Welcome back to Tech or Die. Today's tech job breakdown will go over a powerful tip you can use to land an interview for a high-paying pre-sales engineer role. Like, subscribe, and share. You know the deal. Show some love. Okay, this is an episode I've been waiting to do for a minute. A while back, I attended a vendor-specific cloud conference in Atlanta. During the course of networking throughout the event, I was told that I would be a good fit for tech pre-sales. Now, I've known about pre-sales for a long time, but it was one of those things I never did a deep dive on. So I've decided to make an episode about it. Now, first things first, we need to capture an understanding of what exactly is pre-sales. So here's the deal. Pre-sales refers to certain activities that occur before the sale has been closed. If you're in tech pre-sales, you work closely with potential customers to understand their needs. At the same time, you demonstrate the value of tech products and possibly tailor solutions to align with their requirements. The key thing is to build trust in you, your products, and service. Trust comes from people having confidence in you. To install this belief, you need to speak with confidence. You speak with confidence when you know your shit. This means learning as much as you can about the technology you're pre-selling. That way, you can figure out how to best package a deal that matches the customer's wants and needs. Just like a DJ, mixing tracks to create the right vibe. But just like a DJ needs to know all the hot tracks, a good sales engineer should be able to speak in detail about the products being offered. It's critical you become a technology expert that can demonstrate how a service can solve a specific problem for a specific customer. Speaking of demos, always remember this about presentations. Your job is to highlight pains and relief. Use the product as a way to highlight all the problems it solves. This will help build trust while getting them to open up about some more problems you can sell solutions to. Another thing to understand about pre-sales is that your purpose is to make sure the sales team has what they need to close the deal. Stay on top of things and keep the operation running smoothly. That includes staying in touch with the sales team and customers all throughout the sales process, and taking good notes on customer chats and project progress. You always want to anticipate where the conversation is headed. That way you can drop well-timed insights and advice to steer the conversation back to making a deal if things go off course. Now, in case you weren't aware, there are several job title variations to keep in mind when looking for pre-sales jobs in tech. Look for the following keywords: sales engineer, solutions engineer, sales consultant, solution architect. Although the titles are different, they can all share 4 common success styles. For instance, you can be the sales engineer who bridges the gap between the technical and the non-technical. Success for you may require being able to explain tech to anyone, from the tech-savvy to general audiences. With this style, customers turn to you to be the tech guru. You might find yourself as the solutions engineer that works closely with customers to understand their problems and then swoop in with the right tech solutions. If you're into riddles and puzzles like me, then you'll like being the problem solver. Now imagine being a sales consultant guiding people through the entire decision process. You consider yourself the trusted advisor that helps make the best choices for their needs. With this style, you're acting as the expert advisor. Last but not least, we have the solution architect. These are the architects of the tech sales journey. They design the big picture and envision the blueprint for complex solutions. This big picture approach is called the blueprint creator. But guess what? Whether you're simplifying complex terms for a sale or working on the big picture flow of the deal, knowing these 4 success styles can help increase the odds you land an interview. Now let me show you a powerful tip you can use to land an interview for a high-paying pre-sales engineer role. Have you ever sent a follow-up message after applying for the job? As you apply to jobs, you should be following up with whoever posted the job. According to the global staffing and consulting firm RobertHalf.com, It's definitely worth sending a follow-up email or calling the company directly. Trust me, I know that applying for a job can be like throwing your resume into the ocean, but following up is how you go fishing for interviews. Here's 3 specific reasons why you should follow up and how you can optimize this approach to help you land an interview. First, the people who are proactive will always stand out. This is a quick strike to take notice. Your desire to be taken seriously will help translate into requests for an official conversation. Second, a follow-up isn't just about showcasing yourself, it's about building a connection. Even if things don't work out, that connection may get you hired in the future. It happens more frequently than you think. Finally, in a competitive job market, standing out is crucial. It sets you apart from the other applicants who only apply and wait. And this is one of the easiest ways to attempt to get on someone's radar. Of course, you still need to build and manage your network to nourish referrals, interviews, and ultimately jobs. I know networking for jobs isn't for everyone, but that doesn't mean you have to go at it alone. In fact, wouldn't it be great to have someone in your corner that has spent years helping over 1,000 people transition into tech? My good friend Brandy has an ebook called Navigating Your Tech Career Playbook. I've worked with Brandy while I was an instructor helping people learn IT and networking. She has an amazing drive and passion for helping people develop a winning, professional persona that gets hired. Check out her playbook on how to navigate your tech career, which includes the art of networking and how to craft your brand pitch. You can find the Navigating Your Tech Career Playbook at inspiredtobu.com. That's inspired, the number 2, the letter B, and the letter U.com. Okay, so getting back to following up after applying for the job. If we agree on the benefits of following up, here's how you can weaponize it to increase the odds of landing an interview. Remember those 4 common success styles? The tech guru, the problem solver, the expert advisor, and the blueprint creator? You want the follow-up message to leave a takeaway. Let them take away that you might be an ideal fit for the job. Here's an example message. I'm genuinely excited about the sales engineer role at Tech or Die. I know that breaking down tech talk for non-tech folks is all about building trust. Trust in my expertise and trust in the solution. I'm confident in my abilities and will look forward to discussing if there's an opportunity for me to be a good fit for the team. Do you see? Just keep it quick and to the point. Don't scare them away with large walls of text. Here's another example. I understand that being a sales engineer isn't just about selling products and services. It's about guiding individuals through the entire process. I'm committed to not only meeting customer needs, but also ensuring their experience is seamless and informed. Again, keep it light and to the point. These are just sparks to start the fire. Plus, you're going to be doing these in a batch. Line up all your latest job applications and track down the job poster's contact email, and walk down the list with quick responses like the ones you just heard. Make sure to add a greeting and closing signature with your contact info. If you're properly targeting jobs with a quality resume, you should get responses back on at least 3 out of 10 messages. Now you've bagged 3 more chances to land an interview. Make sure you have your contact info, voicemail, email correct and configured to respond quickly if they reach out. Okay, let's talk salary numbers. So check this out. According to the US Department of Labor, sales engineers in the tech industry are making bank compared to their peers in other fields. In terms of mean annual wage, sales engineers across all industries are making around $125K. But in the tech space, there are 2 categories that are seriously cashing in. The first one hits an annual mean wage of about $145,000. But get this, the second category takes the cake with an astronomical jump to $254,000. Now guess what? This second category is all about the internet. This sounds like cloud services if you ask me. By the way, the mean salary is what we typically think of as the average. It's calculated the same way most people calculate the average. Okay, let's move on to some specific pre-sales jobs and their salaries. I will also provide more examples of what to write in the body of the follow-up messages you can send to the job poster for each of these jobs. The first job I found from Indeed is a cloud sales engineer role. Now, according to the description, this job is listed at the low end at $67,000 all the way up to $168,000. I checked the description and the job appears to fall under the pre-sales domain. In other words, it wasn't a sales job masquerading as a pre-sales job. What stood out to me was the very first line of the responsibility section. Establish yourself as a trusted advisor to prospects and customers. This is the expert advisor style I mentioned earlier. Remember, you need to present a persona that guides people through the process of choosing a tech solution based on their needs. Make sure to follow up with the job poster after applying to this type of pre-sales job. For example, in my experience, I've come to understand that successful sales are not just about transactions. They're about guiding people through a journey, gaining their trust, and helping them make informed decisions. The ability to build trust is the cornerstone of effective sales, as it lays the foundation for lasting customer relationships and successful outcomes. Moving on to number 2. This is a pre-sales consultant role. Now, according to Indeed's salary estimate, this job is listed at the low end of $73,000 all the way up to $93,000. Of course, everything is up for negotiation. What stood out for me about this one is that 4 out of the 9 job description bullet points are about demonstrating the technology to potential customers. That includes conducting webinars, communicating product value, and demonstrating the solution via remote sales demos. You'll need to put on your tech guru hat when following up with this one. Remember, the tech guru style requires being able to explain tech to all audiences, from a savvy programmer to a mid-level business manager. Here's an example of how I would follow up with the job poster after applying to this job. I know that a top-notch sales consultant has a crucial job, connecting the technical nitty-gritty with customers from all walks of life. It's all about making the tech's value and perks crystal clear, whether you're talking to a tech whiz or a business pro who's not into the tech stuff. Okay, here's the third and final job listing. Cloud Video Sales Engineer. This is the job that the title of this episode is about. $100,000 to $120,000, and that's all base pay. There's a monthly commission payout too, but it's not guaranteed. Now here's an example of what I would communicate in a follow-up to this job poster. I truly believe that a successful sales engineer should be the architect of the entire tech sales journey. It's about having that big picture vision, being open to crafting blueprints for complex solutions, and owning every step of the process. I'm all on this because I know it's what shapes incredible customer experiences and lead to those fantastic outcomes. Have you figured out what style this is? This job listing is looking for the architect of their tech sales journey. This is the blueprint creator style. Final note. Trying to land an interview for any job is difficult, much less a pre-sales engineer role. If you're struggling to get where you want to get in tech, subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notifications bell so you can get updates on new episodes, interviews, guests, and other helpful related content you need to get your career on in tech.